Well, I actually got started with Girbau about 25 years ago. I worked for another laundry equipment manufacturer by the name of Speed Queen. We did an OEM relationship with Girbau where Speed Queen supplied them with tumbler dryers with Girbau's name on. Girbau had a very good line of equipment, and so Speed Queen wanted to purchase the Girbau company. And the Girbau family, the shareholders, had no interest in doing that. So Speed Queen wound up purchasing Unimac, making Unimac really their second choice. That finished the relationship between Speed Queen and Girbau as far as Speed Queen sourcing the washer extractors from them. Square one really was that Girbau needed a company in the United States either to source the product from them or to do something. And the right answer really was for Girbau to open their own company. And so the first meeting that I recall that there were along those lines was Santi Carroll and I had a meeting in Corsica and spoke about the possibilities of doing something together. But like with a lot of things that bear good fruit, you have to plant the seed and then you water the seed and you put fertilizer on it, and in the end you get good fruit. We were very fortunate. I found property on Bowen Street that gave us the office space that we needed. Mike Floyd was the first staff that was added, and I can tell you about the first meeting that Mike and I had on Bowen Street.
I remember the first day at Continental walking into what we called the Quonset hut, which was a building on Bowen Street here in Oshkosh. And it was nothing like the nice office with the couch that I had and nice plush chairs at Speed Queen. It basically was a big building with nothing in it. So the first day I remember Len and I, walking around, and we had to go to Best Buy to pick up a computer, and we didn't have cell phones and we didn't have a secretary. So we were doing things, on our own. And we sat down on the floor about midday and we started talking about different ideas, and it actually dawned on me that I might have just ruined my life. So I said to him, why did we do this, Can you explain that to me? And he just sat and laughed. And then I burst out laughing, and I guess that was the real way that Continental started.
First couple days were very interesting. There were 3 people, Mike, Len, and I, and a copier actually, and maybe 1 desk and a chair. When I walked in, the temp was sitting at the front desk, not really understanding how to even say Girbau, and everything just kind of went from there.
When Len and I left Speed Queen, most dealers didn't know what we were doing because we didn't announce it. But the word in our industry, because it's a small industry, traveled pretty quick. And I remember being at my house in Ripon, and the fax machine turned on, and in came an order made out to me for 25 Girbau machines from Bob Ropp in Phoenix, Arizona. And I thought to myself, wait a second here, nobody knows that I've done this. How would he know that to send us an order? We didn't even have pricing, we didn't have product, we didn't even have a place to call our own. And I looked at it and I called him and I said, what is this? And he said, you can't put it past me. I know that you've gone with Girbau, and I want to be your distributor.
I was escorted to my new office and walked in the office, and all that was in there was a folding table, a chair, a telephone book, notepad, and a few pens. And my boss, Mike, walks me in there and says, okay, Jay, start your department.
Basically, we went from 0 to everything we have today.
Really knew about Continental when it was established, because a lot of the people, the personalities that established the company, I either worked with or had a history with. When I got an opportunity to come on board, it was intriguing.
I wanted to work at Continental for the challenge that it offered, the potential to work for a company that had a lot of growth potential. I knew a lot of the people that were working here already, and looked forward to the opportunity.
When I first started at Continental in 2001, there was relatively few employees. I think we were at 15 employees at that time. And I remember vividly in my interview with Leonard Kafer, he said that if you're an employee here, you'll have to wear a lot of different hats. And he said, you won't be surprised if you see me as the president, as the garbage man for the company for the day. And I have to say that Len was right.
And I think with the team that we put together, I think the team has accomplished that and will continue to accomplish that in the future.
You know, Girbau is a great company with some super people. In 15 years, I've formed very, very close friendships with a lot of the people at Girbau. And in fact, I look forward to going to Spain for the board meetings or for just general business meetings each and every time I get to go. I'm especially close with Santi Carroll, who I've had a great relationship with for many, many years and who has done a great job in guiding us and our company and myself to the success that we've had, you know, here in the United States.
Dealing with a Spanish company is actually really great. It's neat because we get to see the different culture, the way that they operate versus the way the U.S. operates. There's differences in the culture because Spain isn't as fast-paced as the United States. And I think that's probably a challenge and ability for them as well, because they can look at things differently than we do.
I think Continental's been successful because of the people involved in both sides of the organization, both the U.S. division and the manufacturer being Girbau. The family feel that we have the personal relationships, the common goal that's there to be successful not only for ourselves but for the people that are working with us and for us. it's a perfect relationship.
My relationship with the people in Spain has always been developing. The thing that was easy was their family. We talk about a family atmosphere. It truly is a family at Girbau. Many of the Girbau family members themselves have been generationally part of the establishment of the company, getting it off the ground years and years ago, and remained engaged as a management group still today. The overall people with Girbau have the same philosophy, really is, as we do here at Continental, and that is work hard, don't shy away from competition, and really try and build the company with unique products and products of quality.
I like working for Girbau because it's a multinational company, and it's even becoming more multinational with the branches around the world. Last year we had a great branch sales meeting where all the leaders of the Girbau branches came to Spain, and I got to interface with them for a whole week, which formed even closer relationships with many of the people. So what's fun for me is working for a company in Spain, which is a different culture, working in the United States, which is a market that I know, and learning about other markets throughout the world that have potential and that possibly we can help succeed in the scheme of things long term.
Now we reach out into Girbau Industrial. Whole new boundless opportunities there with laundry solutions in a brand new segment. That's going to catapult our growth now and into the future.
I see our companies, Continental and Girbau, both growing and getting better and better as we expand with new product lines, as we expand into new markets throughout the world. It can only get better.
I think Continental and Girbau together are going to continue to grow. We've seen some tough times in the economy, but it really hasn't impacted our companies to the point that it has impacted other companies around the world. And I think that has to do with the strong company values, the family values of the company, and their commitment to making their customers successful.
You know, in 5 years, I hope that we're a $50 million company. We've got some real aggressive growth to go through to get there, but I believe we can do it. Our people are special, our products are special, the people in Spain are special. So with a whole bunch of special people, you can do special things. So that my goal is to try to hit $50 million worth of sales within the next 5 years.